Rated M for mature.
Good afternoon, good evening. Thank you for tuning in. We are the Super Barley Brothers. I am Jerry, Twitter at JD_Chef. In our left corner, we have the PlayStation fanboy.
I'm Scott, and you can reach me on Twitter, Flip42FL1D42.
In the right corner, we have the Xbox fanboy.
My name is Ian. I am at Fiend75002 at Twitter.
And always reffing, we have the Brewmaster.
I am John at Phoenix42PH03 NIX42.
Here we go!
Due to internet connectivity concerns out of our control, there are some portions of the video and audio that will freeze or otherwise be distorted. We apologize for the inconvenience, but appreciate your understanding.
Hey everybody, it is the Super Barley Brothers. It has been quite some since the four of us have been together. Say hi everybody.
Hi everybody.
Hello. Well, we are going to be recording episode 20 and 21 on this cold November 15th.
Is it really that cold?
I don't know. It's cold.
Hell yeah, it is.
It's below 90. It's cold in Texas.
It's like 40 some odd degrees outside. With a that's 41.
Thank you, meteorologist John.
You're welcome.
What just happened?
I don't know.
Oh, righty. Technical difficulties. Gotta love them. So, Ian, besides technical difficulties, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right. I went to a buddy's house, had a birthday party for his littlest one. So my my beer selections, of course, we're going to talk about later on. I'm all over the place today with one particular brewery. You have to pardon me if I keep popping up and going, oh, and hey, now I'm drinking this. Other than that, I'm doing well. I'm doing really good. Went to a pool hall last night and saw an angel of a figure. Finally built up the nerves to give her my phone number and shit, but I don't think that's going to go anywhere.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know, right?
Nice. Somebody watched the video.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, it's all been going pretty good, pretty well. Nothing too crappy. Well, actually, no, I take that back. Something crappy did happen. So you guys know about my car? How recently I dropped $3,000 to get the air conditioner working in the middle of summer.
No, I didn't. But that's very unfortunate.
Well, now the fan doesn't work.
I need to hook you up with Fred, man. See what he can't do for you.
Yeah, well, luckily enough, right now it's at a point where I can just reach under the dash and give it a good slap, and it'll kind of kick back on. But as soon as we start getting like freezing stuff coming, I might have some issues. But right now, it's all good. It's all right.
Here's what you need to do: get yourself a DC to AC converter and plug in a space heater.
See, that's not a bad idea, but then when summer comes back around, I need the fan to move the cold air. So, I mean, that helps with winter.
Didn't our parents or our great-grandparents utilize, or grandparents utilize, ice buckets and windows?
Ice buckets and windows? I don't understand.
Yeah, you let the air flow over the ice bucket, and it pushes the cold air into the slightly open window of the car.
Man, that's some engineering type shit. I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
I would like to see an ice bucket on top of Ian's car. I think that would be great.
I think it'd be entertaining too.
I think it would crush my damn car. That's what I think would happen.
But it could be entertaining.
A little bit, maybe, slightly, sort of. Yeah, I mean, other than that, things have been going good. I've been doing all right.
Fantastic.
Drunk as shit.
Scott, you with us?
I am with you.
Scott, you're out there in the field. Can you tell us how you're doing out there, Scott?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Baseball season ended on Tuesday, and I was able to have a day off this week. I got to honor our veterans by having a day off because my company is patriotic, I guess. It was good. Actually have some good news that I'll share later with everyone. That is our first step into hopefully many more that'll be coming our way in the near future.
Well, now I'm on the edge of my seat.
I am on the pins and needles that I am sitting on here.
I'm not going to spoil it.
John already knows. Now I'm pissed.
You guys know too.
Oh,
What I
yeah.
received this
No,
week.
I know.
Yeah.
You
I
just
was
have-
I was going to allude to the fact that I did not know, and we were going to fester upon it, so it would be a big surprise.
Now you
Ian-
sound like one of the characters in the game.
Ian, I think you're going to have to finish the night in that voice.
Oh,
Can't do
God.
it. Can't do
No.
it. Actually, I got like the third period headache going on, and I didn't even watch any hockey today. Go ahead and get started.
Yeah, them Stars have been having leads and then blowing them right in the last few minutes of a
Did
game.
we lose today?
No, I haven't watched today's, but I'm talking just recently.
Well,
you guys
no,
hold the lead all the way up until the end, and then you blow it.
we've had 2 games in a row that we've won, though.
That's good.
Because I took my little man to go see a game, and we did exactly that. We got a really good lead really early on, and then dropped the bucket.
Right at the end.
Exactly.
So, John, how are you doing, sir?
I
Get that
am
right. John's our meteorologist.
damn
Now
straight.
back to weather.
Someone's got to be.
Be like Al, or what's that guy's name on Family Guy?
Al Roker.
It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cold.
Right.
It's cold out there, motherfucker!
It's very cold outside.
Raining puppies.
Completely lost track of where I was at. Yeah, no, I am good. I am eagerly awaiting some funds so that I can do my build.
Bill, what are you talking about?
I am building a brand new PC.
Tell us more.
This will be a relatively high end to last me several more development cycles.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't say years.
No, just development cycles. High-end graphics card. I think I'm going to be running a 970 GTX NVIDIA, an i5 series, maybe the Devil's Canyon, some additional RAM, and my first foray into the SSD world.
Ooh.
You will not be disappointed.
I'm sorry.
No,
What's an SSD?
that is a solid-state drive, sir.
It is like a flash drive.
Flash
Oh,
drive.
the solid state.
BA flash drive.
Okay. And what's a BA?
Badass.
There you go.
So it's not a BAMF, though.
No,
Not
no.
quite there yet.
I was just curious because, a lot of people, back when the PlayStation 4 was coming out, a lot of people were talking about solid-state drives to replace the...
It would be epic
500.
if they could.
Yeah. Well, didn't you... No, you didn't go solid-state.
No,
Rated
they were
from-
talking about the RPM said if you got like I don't even remember, I think it's a 7200, if you could load stuff faster than if you got the one step down, which I think is their
54.
Thank you. And that's
Yeah.
what I put in mind because there was like very minor improvements in load speed, and I'm not going to pay that much more. But solid state, Ian, just to give you an idea, I have a solid state that boots my OS, and I can boot into Windows 8.1 in about 20 seconds. Fast it is compared to a regular SATA drive.
Let me give you a quick comparison on my 4 to 5 year old system. It takes me 14 minutes to boot.
How
Which is
long?
up
You
to
don't wanna-
15 minutes.
I think it's time to remove the terabyte of porn, brother.
There's multiple terabytes.
He's going to have 4 terabytes on this new build that he needs to store.
Actually, it's
So,
going to support 6.
Oh my god, that's right. Oh boy.
Oh,
Hey,
Jesus.
it couldn't be any worse than the K-pop.
No, it
the
actually
hell
could be
away from
worse
my
than the
K-pop.
K-pop.
Hey,
Stay the hell away from my K-pop.
baby metal,
Like
sir.
K-pop is
Baby metal.
That's not K-pop, dude. That's
No,
Japanese.
it's not. It's still entertaining.
That's metal. Yeah, no, but it's more entertaining for the music. The K-pop is more about the eye candy.
Well, yeah, that's a given. Which there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
No,
We're men. We need eye candy.
well, I mean that would be, that statement. That just lingers in the air. All right.
No, your
No,
connection's horrible.
There's failures.
Okay. Well, you guys continue talking. I'm going to try to find a workaround real quick.
Jerry,
Yo,
how's DJ Jerry doing?
wiggity
In his low
wiggity
voice tonight.
Do what?
In your low voice tonight.
Yeah, my low voice. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Take you to the smooth sounds of the Oasis. Now, besides allergies, I'm doing all right. School and work and school, and family. Got that.
What's that?
I have no idea.
I think it's those people that are supposed to be paying rent in your house.
Oh yeah. No, but speaking of builds, of course, I'd built, added on prior to QuakeCon. What I couldn't afford then, I've added a little bit more. So I've got a new case with 3 times as many fans. So I have 6 fans, 3 intake, 3 exhaust, and then I got another video card. So
What you rocking?
I was afraid you were going to ask that.
Well, you knew it was coming. And
Well,
how big
actually-
are your fans?
They're just the normal. What is it? The 14 millimeter. Is that the
I hope
normal?
not 14 millimeter. That's tiny.
Well, what's the norm?
I
I thought it was 14 mm.
No. You got 50 mil. You've got 120s, which are the double.
Ah, that's it. See?
You're running a 120.
Yeah, all around.
Nice. That's a lot of airflow.
You got a G-Force, don't you, Jerry?
No, I've got a. Hold on.
I think he stepped Radeon.
Yes,
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Because of cost.
9600?
R9 270X. They're 2 gigabytes each, so I've got a 4 gig video card now.
Good deal.
You're running 2
Yeah.
SLI or Crossfire?
Crossfire. Yeah, I just got the Crossfire bridge this morning.
Very nice.
So.
Have you noticed a decent improvement?
Not yet. I haven't really had time to play any games really today to test it out. I had to do some work because I'm a little behind, so I worked this morning and this afternoon.
Fair enough.
Well, it kind of sucks, but yeah. And I'm looking forward to it though, because that was the whole point. I wanted to get a 4 gig before we went to QuakeCon, but you have to give and take somewhere. I was thinking about getting more RAM too eventually, but you know how Windows 7, I don't know if it does it on 8, it gives you like that Windows experience or whatever, based on your stats that you have. Well, I'm at a quote-unquote 5.9, and I looked what what it was, and it was the hard drives. I mean, I know they're older hard drives to begin with, but
Jerry, it'll be down on that if you're not running an SSD. Don't even ever worry about a hard drive rating on that Microsoft or that Windows experience, because unless you're running in a solid state, it's always going to be kind of down.
Oh, is it?
So focus on your CPU, focus on your RAM. Don't worry about hard drive or anything like that because it's total bullshit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the RAM I've got 8 right now, so
You're
I'm
fine.
good for a minute or two. Oh wait, specs just went up. I'm gonna go get more RAM.
Need that 16.
But other than that, great, living the dream. You know what, listeners, watchers, or non-listeners or non-watchers that'll never know this message, I hope all of you are doing well as well.
Fail.
And I've already had some beer. So speaking of beer, it's been a month. And Ian, why are you doing that? You made me think
I was waiting for you to go where you were going with that.
It's already that time. Beer 30.
Hey, Super Barley Brothers, what is your favorite beverage?
Beer, 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 I'm going for a beer. Beer, 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 I'm gonna drink some beer. I like drinking beer. Lovely, lovely beer.
And And then Ian's just dancing for the hell of it. All right.
It's time for the beer to be drinking, yes?
I was supposed to put this in the middle of Scott and John to let y'all fight it out. But
I'm just going to show up at your house and beat you.
Well, I'm drinking it already. Deschutes Brewery hop.
Now, here's the ultimate question. Knowing that you are not necessarily an IPA fan, what do you think?
I like it. I mean, this is my second one, so I actually like it. And I'm not the IPA, because this is an APA, isn't it? This is an American Pale Ale, right?
API, IPA, they're all the same.
Well, I know, but it's American, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a 5.9 alcohol by volume, and it's tasty. And there you go.
Wow.
Y'all can't have it.
Calm down, man. You are just talking too much about the beer.
Well, I mean, and there's been a couple other things. You know, tried the oak-aged Yeti by the Great Divide Brewing Company. Went to Choice, and that is very long. By the way, that was my first time at Choice. It's very long, deep.
Good stuff.
I
love going there.
Yeah, but they didn't have a lot of like regular, like single 12 ounces.
No, that's not what they specialize in.
Right. So, I mean, I'm still going to be balancing probably going to them and Total Wine to get
blasphemy.
Build your own six-pack.
Kroger does a slightly better cost at that.
Well, yeah, but they don't have enough, as much variety as Total Wine does.
You could say Kroger does a better cost of it, but then you've also got like 8 Millers and 3 Budweisers that are in that section.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, granted, I did go in there one time and was able to get 1 can of just about everything Deep Ellum Brewery had done. So that was good.
And they've got Rar and Sons in a lot more now, a lot more variety in Rar. And like you said, Deep Ellum and
I see a lot of Lakewood in there too.
Lakewood and Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Alaska. That's what I'll get to that here in a minute.
Yeah,
real quick, side note: if you guys ever get a chance to see it, Lakewood's Holiday Bonus, I believe is what it's called.
Where did you find some?
I'm not sure. Obsidian found it, brought it home, and we had some of that. That is some good stuff.
It's perfect.
Yeah, it's real good. Comes in sixers. So.
Also tried Backwoods Bastard Scotch Ale from Founders Brewery. That got a rating of 4 on my Untapped check-in.
Not a 4.5.
Tell you on that.
Just a 4.
Was that after you drank the whole glass of it? Come on,
Yeah.
it
is a 10.2. So
you know, what is it? I heard that there's one out there that's like a 14 or something.
yeah. When I went to Choice, they had some samples out there. Four Corners was out there. They're out of Dallas as well. They had a golden ale. It was okay. Not really my go-to style of beer, but it was okay. But they did have an American porter, which I really liked. It's called Block Party. Their golden ale was called Local Buzz.
Local Buzz.
That's Four Corners. Yeah, that's a honey ale.
Damn, I just dropped a bottle cap.
And then the other one, since the last we've been here, would have been the Bourbon Street Barrel Aged Imperial Stout by Abita.
Abita?
Abita.
Spell it.
Abita.
Abita out of Louisiana.
And that was good too. I liked it.
The Deep South.
Yeah. I like this time of year with all the barrel aged, oak aged, winter warmers type stuff. It's great.
What time of year don't you like, man?
Summer really for beers is not my thing. I don't really like the summery beers.
Like the light ales and the...
Yeah. I mean, I'll stick to like... the hell do I drink in the summer? I don't know.
A little bit of this.
Piss water.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know. Shiner.
I really don't know what I drink in the summer now that we're talking about
Usually
it.
what's been left over in your fridge,
Right.
green miss.
I'll tell you what, if you can hold out about 6 months, I'll have something for you guys to try out.
Are you talking about us not drinking for 6 months?
No.
Okay, because that would be
Continue to drink
ridiculous.
for the next 6 months. If you don't, there's going to be a massive loss in stock, and then the big three, they'll just start climbing back up again.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
from us not drinking.
Yeah.
From me alone.
We're the sole providers of this area.
I
We're-
put
we're the
brewery
Barley
children
brothers.
through college.
I have educated your child.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, y'all did mention this in the last podcast that I wasn't on. I went and did the Cedar tour and had a bunch of their stuff. Cedar Creek is a pretty damn good brewery, quite honestly.
Mhm.
If you haven't had any of their stuff, you need to go try it.
Yeah, I happened to hit up a tasting at Choice by accident, and
Oh, it's never by accident.
well, no, I didn't know that they were having a tasting, and I go walking in, and this guy's like, "Have a fucking beer," and I was like, "Okay,
It was
cool."
a divine intervention.
Well, yeah, I mean, I dropped about 20 bones on those fuckers that night,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you want to call it. And I looked at the guys, and I was like, "You guys are great salesmen. I came in here for like blood and honey, and now I'm leaving 4-packs of your tall boys."
Yeah.
Did you get some of that Dankosaurus?
Yup. Oh,
I
that
love
shit.
that stuff.
I know Jerry dug it.
Yeah, I did like it, actually. See, I'm getting into IPAs. It just took a while. I like their Gone Awry better, though. It was a double IPA.
You just got to find the right one, because the thing is you've got so many hot varieties that are out there that just trying to find the right one, it can be a little difficult. But the Dankosaurus, holy crap, that is just amazing.
And speaking of, I have their special release that they 2 years ago won the gold at the beer competition.
GBAF?
Huh?
The GBAF?
Yeah, that one.
Great
I've
American
got
Beer
that.
Festival.
I've got a 4-pack. I need to split between y'all, so make your way over.
Well, we got something going next weekend.
What do we got going next weekend?
Did you get that? Hang on, I don't think I got enough out. Hang on. You guys continue.
Hey, Ian.
Ah.
What you drinking there?
Oh man.
Buddy?
Before I get into that, though, I gotta ask the question: where the fuck this unicorn come from? Oh my god!
Oh man, love it.
So what I'm
Absolutely
drinking
love
on, as I said earlier, I had a buddy of mine. I need to make sure I'm not rolling over this damn thing. There we go, get it out of the way. I had a buddy of mine. He had a birthday party for his youngest, and he bought a bunch of beer. And at one point, I was like, "Guys, I got to take off. I got to make
For
sure."
his youngest?
Yeah, fuck it.
Why not?
So I told them, I need to take off. I need to get out of here. I got to get beer so that I could do my podcast. And they're like, well, we'll just give you a 6-pack of everything that we got here. So they had a lot of Alaskan. So right now I'm drinking Alaskan White, which I'm trying to make sure that rotates properly so that you guys could see it. Coming up, I'll have the Alaskan Free Ride APA, which is an American pale ale. Then, I'm going to skip that one. And next, I'll probably end up with the Amber. And then the one that shocked me and I really enjoy, and I highly recommend everybody kind of get their hands on this, is the Alaskan Winter. That one has a very nice kind of subtle type of flavor to it.
What kind is the Winter?
The Winter?
I've never seen that one.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Okay.
All it says is ale brewed with spruce tips.
Ooh.
I guess I need to go back and read the AP. Man, I look like I got a drinking problem now. Hold on a second. What's going on with this shit? Okay. Yeah, I do have a drinking problem. I got 2 hands and 1 mouth.
Exactly. That is your biggest problem.
Exactly. And then, if I end up burning through those, I've got a Lagunitas IPA that's going to be, that's, actually, I think that one's sitting on the counter. Oh, well, damn it. Well, hopefully these will hold me. But other than that, had a lot of that today, had a lot of those left and right. I don't even know what Chris, he had an IPA that he brewed himself, and it was his first attempt at it. Ended up being really tasty, not too terribly crazy, but it wasn't overly hoppy, but it was there. It was pretty good. Other than that, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I tried since the last month. But oh, Ghost Rider, I totally forgot about that. Washak, the guys that did the John, help me out here. The Black Pumpkin,
The Black Lantern.
Black Lantern. The guys that did that one, they did one called Ghost Rider fan. I had to try it. It's if I'm not mistaken, it was damn it, now I can't remember what it was. I think it was a blonde or a pale ale. Either way, black can had like this ghost riding a horse, so it was really good. If you see it, it is a canned. I think it was a 6-pack, maybe a 4. It had to be a 6-pack. That's the only other one that really stands out. Still sitting on a couple of pumpkin beers that I'm going to do a video. Me and Obsidian are going to do a video for of the hell's that damn breweries? Damn, I've been drunk all day. St. Arnold's Pumpkinator. I got a couple of those. One from 2014, one from 2013. Me and Obsidian are going to shoot a video on those.
Oh man. Jealous.
Yep. I was hanging out with a couple of guys today that said that they happened to pick up a couple of bottles for like $3 a pop at like a World Market and a Kroger. Yeah. And there was no restriction on them buying it. So like one guy was able to pick up 5. The other guy was like, I bought 3. It was if I had known about that.
Well, you saw the stuff that hit this month already. You had the Prairie Bomb, you had
Brimstone.
Which was the Brimstone version. There was a couple other things that hit already, and man, it just trying to get a hold of that stuff just sucked.
Mm-hmm.
Velvet Merkin was the other big one by Firestone Walker.
Yep, that one hit as well.
Yep.
So it's been a week for good beers, but holy crap, I'm not gonna lie, I'm tired of chasing this shit.
Yeah.
The hype has died for John.
A lot of it comes back to my own brewing. I think that's part of the problem. I'm just tired of chasing beer.
Might as well just make your own.
I do.
Well, I know. Oh, Jesus Christ. I didn't realize so many conversations was going on here.
In fact, I'm making I'm going to, probably here in the next 2 weeks, I'll be making a prickly pear beer.
What the hell is that?
So I got some prickly pears.
What the hell is that?
From the ranch. It's cactus fruit.
Oh, okay, see? There you go.
I'm going to put it into a pale ale. Or
just make sure you take out the pokey stuff.
Yeah, the pokies are already out.
Thanks.
Or what I'll probably do, and this is kind of the other thought, is to actually turn it into a mead and just do a mead out of it, which would be fucking phenomenal.
All right, I'll play idiot this week. What the hell are you talking about with the mead?
Mead is it's the basis of it is honey.
Okay.
And then you just add fruits to it. So a typical mead, instead of using grains, and obviously, well, I'll save it. We'll save that for the Brew U section. We'll do meads as our Brew U.
All right, fair enough. Appreciate it. Stay tuned for Brew U.
Scott, what you drinking?
So tonight,
sorry, Ian, were you done?
Yeah, Ian.
Hold on, am I muted? Oh, okay. No, I was done. I think I was done.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. Go on.
So John and I went to Choice this afternoon, and one of the breweries that has really caught my attention, like Clown Shoes did, was Epic Brewing out of Utah, and it mainly has to do with there's 2 things that I look for when I pick up a beer, and that is your name interesting, and what kind of art do you have on your beer? In Clown Shoe, their name, but their artwork that they do on all their beers. Epic had their Brainless series, where I've had their Brainless on cherries, Brainless on peaches, Brainless on raspberries. Very, very good fruit beers. And tonight I went because I was in search of their American Imperial Double Stout, which is called Big Bad Baptist. And if you look right there, that artwork is pretty awesome. Where it's got...
Back it up just a little bit. Back it up.
You're too close.
Yeah.
All right.
Now talk.
Talk.
Okay, I see it now. Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. That sucker comes in at a 12.1% ABV. This is a Imperial Stout that has lots of chocolate flavor, and it was aged in whiskey barrels, and you get a slight hint of the whiskey flavor, which this beer if you love chocolate, you will not be disappointed by this beer. Because a lot of stouts will have heavy flavor in one of two, coffee or chocolate. And most of the time, all my stouts that I've had have been a strong coffee flavor. This does the complete opposite of it. And that's even tiers chocolate, Southern Tiers mocha. Good stuff, but I get more coffee than I do out of chocolate on both of those. And then also what John and he's already listed it in here, and I'm going to let him bring it up, but North Texas Beer Week was last week. And we were able to go to Kelly's, a local bar that is in Fairview, or Allen, if you're in the area. And they had, on one night, their Dogfish Head 120, and on the night that we went, they had Firestone's Parabola from 2013, and we were able to score one of each because they did not sell out of their Dogfish Head 120. Dogfish Head 120, just to give you an idea of what we were like at the end of that dinner, the Dogfish Head 120 is an 18% beer. The Firestone Walker Parabola is a 13% beer. So having those two back to back, we were feeling pretty good by the end of the evening.
Two really rough.
Like babies. Oh yeah, there was some rubbing. So
I said nothing about rubbing.
I thought you said it was a little bit of rubbing.
Lura.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought I heard rubbing.
Now this podcast is awkward.
Yeah, just a little bit.
It's not awkward, sweetie. Come on over.
That is pretty much what I've had. I've had other stuff, but John, like I said, he can give much greater detail as to the beers that I have also drank, so I'm going to pass it on to him so he can go through his massive list.
Yeah, it is a relatively massive list. So for tonight, kiddies, we are drinking Rar & Sons 10th anniversary. I'll attempt to pronounce this and probably screw it up. Rarzent, which is an imperial chocolate milk stout running at 9% ABV, made with Dude Sweet chocolate. If I'm correct, Dude Sweet is here out of the DFW area.
Okay. Dude Sweet to me sounds kind of, I don't know, strange. It's like you're using dude milk to make it all sweet.
Dude milk.
Yeah, see now you get what I'm getting at.
See, when you go with the dude milk, that's what throws it off. If you at least go with dude sweet,
I don't know.
Here, does it help that there's a comma in there?
But see that, I mean, it's like dude sweet. Yeah, bruh, it's dude sweet. But how do you dude sweet? I mean, is there like pot in the chocolate?
That'd be good. No. That
would be pretty sweet, dude.
That's in the Dankosaurus.
I'll be back. I'll be right back.
Right, and I'm off. So so I've got the we got the RAR's 10th anniversary tonight, and let's see.
What is it?
Oh, it's good. I was anticipating a little bit more chocolate, but there's enough in there. It's there.
For a milk stout, I know that Lakewood's Temptress is also a milk stout. What would you compare the two? Are they similar or are they completely different?
Close. Temptress is going to be a little bit sweeter.
Okay.
The Dude Sweet, it's sweet, but it's got a little bit of bitter on the as it lingers on the tongue.
Okay. Cool.
Which I don't normally get from the Temptress. But the Temptress is more of a milk stout than it is a chocolate milk stout.
True.
The Rarzent is actually a chocolate milk stout. So it's made with chocolate. Outside of that, we've had some Warlock. We've had the Firestone Walker Parabola. The Dogfish Head 120. We have had, and I don't have the bottle up here in front of me, but I've had the DFW collaboration brew between RAR and Lakewood, which is a Belgian double, and it rolls in at about 6.5%, and it is a very, very good beer.
Good malts.
Yeah.
Good malty caramel flavor.
Yeah, this was the first collaboration brew that we've had locally, and it was one that it was done really, really well. I'd like to see them do more of these. They used Belgian wheat or Belgian yeasts as they were fermenting and allowing this to finish out, and it was just probably one of the best ones that I've had so far. Had New Belgium's salted Belgian chocolate stout and the Stoicity Project Hibiscicity from Stone
Hibiscus
Brewing.
flowers.
Yeah, Belgian strong pale with hibiscus in it, and it was really good. A lot of sweet flavor that came through on it. Very, very good.
We had the
those were had over Halloween.
What was the other one that had a funky name to it called Zochevra? XOCEVA or something like that is a mocha stout by Stone.
Oh, yeah. Did I not put that one on my list?
No, but that's okay. I just remembered that we had that once you brought that up from Halloween.
Apparently.
We were playing the game. So John and I live pretty close.
Okay, so we played the game, but we weren't able to play that game very well.
We switched it up a little bit. So the game, if everybody on Facebook had seen, was take a drink or take a shot or whatever every time you saw somebody in an Elsa costume.
Or Anna.
Anna. So we had only seen literally 2 people come to my house that were dressed up. So we played the opposite game where we drank until we saw one.
Oh my God! I can almost see how that turned out. It's like you
and we
open
were on the
door.
porch, and my next door neighbor across the street was drinking harder stuff than we were, and we were yelling at cars because I live right off of a corner lot where there's an and there was cars not stopping. We sounded like a bunch of drunk idiots just going, "Slow down!"
No, we just sounded like a bunch of old men.
And that too.
Get off my lawn!
Yeah.
That's when you just stand out into the street and just kind of flag them down with your hand
That's
up.
exactly what one of the guys said. He goes, "I'm just going to stand out there and let them hit me." I was like, "Dude, you're not. They'll get you for a public hit talks. Don't do that."
Hey, if you got the opportunity, why not?
There you go.
But yeah, outside of those, I actually had 2 of my own brews. A new brew that I created called Ride the Cascades.
I thought you were about to say ride the scat. I was about to just question you up and down.
No, it was Ride the Cascades. It is a single hop beer that was done with 2 total ounces of Cascade hops and rye malt. And it is a pale ale, and it is damn good. And as soon as it's ready to be sent along, I will pass a bottle out to everybody so that they can try it out. These hops were actually whole leaf hops that were sent to me from a Facebook associate up in Minnesota. No, Missouri.
Minnesota.
No, not Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Missouri.
Missouri.
And then I actually tapped my Braggot, which I brewed in April of this year.
Bragging.
Braggot, and it is phenomenal. It is a Braggot, if you don't know, is a beer mead hybrid. It uses standard beer malts, and then you mix in about, well, in this case we used about 9 pounds of honey.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, and it is good. It came in at about 9.5%. Call it Copperhead.
Did it bite you?
Oh, it does. It bites you real quick. It's sweet up front, and it'll bite you in the ass.
I don't see how that's like a copperhead. That sounds like a Polynesian hooker.
Could be the case. Polynesian hookers I don't think it shows up well on a label.
Oh God.
Well, it all depends on how you sell it. I mean, you can definitely make it look good.
Can you do some artwork on that for me?
Sure thing. Give me
Perfect.
8 minutes.
8 minutes. Oh.
Hold on. Nope, I'm already done. Hold on. Give me 1 second. You guys keep kind of talking about. BAM! I don't even know what I'm holding up. What's that?
It's a raccoon.
It's a raccoon in a fireman suit. Is your Polynesian hooker?
Careful, it'll claw your eyes out.
I don't know what just happened.
Oh my God, that is greatness.
What is this one? This is a
skunk playing
John, a
guitar.
musician. This is a skunk playing guitar. That's awesome.
There's
What
your
else
true
you got for us?
right there.
We've seen the unicorn. Let's see something else.
Wait, what fucking unicorn? You mean this one? Oh God, I gotta get the dog. You guys keep rolling.
All right.
All right. Well, is that it? Did you go through everything? Because you had a long list.
You did.
Okay.
Yeah, that was everything. In fact, my list wasn't even complete. I was still missing some other stuff.
Do you know them off the top of your head?
Some Warlock, some 120, some Oktoberfest, some Legion, Russian Imperial Stout. What else? That was about it. Yeah, that was about it.
So I can't remember, that you just mentioned a whole lot of stuff. I can't remember who posted it or if it was in, I think it was in this group and the DFW Geeks, and I think it was Scott's brother. I'm not sure. About the whole, they're comparing the generation below us, about how they're not going to the macro brews anymore, the big three, and they're doing all the craft beers and whatnot, and how the big three have actually felt the craft beer revolution, as we'll call it from right now. Their sales have been dropping. Huh?
I said that's an accurate description.
Yeah, well, sales have been dropping for the big three and whatnot. So, but that's the thing is, like, I'm using John as an example. You just named a ton of different things. 10, 15, 20 years ago, all we knew about was Bud, Coors, and Miller, right?
Yep.
I mean, there was Sam Adams and there was Shiner that was a little bit bigger than their regions, maybe 10 years ago. But now you can throw a stone and you're going to hit 5 different ones.
You're going to throw a stone and hit stone.
Yeah, I was going to throw a stone and hit some arrogant bastard.
Or how about a double arrogant bastard?
Oh, Jesus.
Y'all are arrogant bastards.
I try. I'm a double bastard.
No, that was a really good article. I'm glad that you brought that up because a lot of people are also giving this generation flack, calling us hipsters and shit like that, saying that all we prefer is the snootiest of snooty. And
I do believe that the home brewers...
If we want to invest in something, we invest in quality. We don't invest in bullshit and piss water and stuff that is mass-produced and not even cared for. That is not a hipster. That is true investing of what we work day in and day out, making our hard-earned money, and we want to get what we want to get.
Yeah, the thing is I'd much rather drink 2 beers and get fucked up than have to drink 2 cases.
There you go.
Yeah. For the same cost.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, it still costs the same, but there's flavor.
And I don't know if you guys have even noticed, but even when you get, I wouldn't say wasted, but when you get feeling good, it's better than drinking that piss water because you feel 10 times worse, in my opinion, from a hangover from drinking that bullshit than drinking some high quality stuff, because at least when you wake up in the morning, you're like, man, that's some chocolate I got still left over in my taste. Not, oh, dear God, what is this horse shit that's coming out of my mouth?
It's rice and corn.
Exactly. It's horse shit.
It's all about adjuncts. That's how the big three get away with it. It's adjuncts. Yep. You don't have adjuncts that are really being used in craft brewing. I mean, yeah, you're going to have adjuncts at some point, but you're not using rice and corn as a base. Hey, who wants rice and corn beer?
Yeah. The funny thing is if they are actually using the term hipster, that is like the wrong terminology for it. A hipster is someone that's sitting there like if I were to like walk up on some kids that were like playing Call of Duty and be like, hey man, Call of Duty was much better back when it was first released on the PC and it was a World War II shooter. I don't care what you guys are playing these days. That kind of shit. That's hipster. Yeah. Again, you're right. The quality, the flavor, the workmanship, the craftsmanship that goes into this stuff. Now the big three are using the word or the phrase like craft brew or craft beer as like a marketing campaign. Like it's not a craft beer, but it's well crafted. Bullshit. It's in a giant fucking tub with dwarves swimming around in it, and then you pour it out and sell it to the unwashed masses.
Swimming around it.
How do you think they move the hop? The one hop that they drop in there.
No.
It's triple hopped. Remember what they say?
I'm sorry. Yes, the 3 hops. The 3 hops that they drop in there. They got to have the dwarf in the suit with the wart bag swimming around in circles in there. And you know what you do when you gotta piss and you're inside of a fucking pool, right?
Oh my gosh.
Now let me. I'm going to take a phrase from one of my favorite breweries and one of my favorite guys to watch do a tour, and it's Dennis from Franconia. But he very specifically says, yes, they may triple hop their beer, but they are doing the bare minimum, and you cannot cold brew beer. It's impossible.
No, it's possible.
No, you can't.
With dwarves and sorcery!
You can lager a beer cold, but you cannot brew a cold beer.
Sorcery.
I like the sorcery. Is it because of the unicorns? Or just the dwarves?
Wait, what? What fucking unicorn are you talking about? Are you talking about this unicorn? Damn it, that's sideways.
All right, so did you get that from Fury or something?
No, I got that from Woot years ago. I used to be a smaller guy. It says XL. No, it says large. I used to be a smaller guy, but I can't wear that anymore. Have you guys been able to read that when that pops up on screen?
No, you move too fast.
Okay, I try to move slow enough. It says Unicorn Steakhouse. Are you man enough? He's got a steak on the top of his pike. It was one of these things. I got this shirt because I worked with a little girl. I'm going to continuously refer to her as a little girl that still believes in unicorns. Yeah. Fuck no, I don't. I saw Legend. They're all dead. Tom Cruise killed them all because he touched them. And then Tim Curry walked out leaning backwards because of his damn fucking horns. Like, oh, damn, this shit is hard to walk around in. Tim Curry doesn't sound like that, by the way.
He does in Red Alert. Splice!
Okay, I never played that one.
Oh my God.
Go to YouTube, watch that clip.
No kidding.
Well, FMV clips are awesome from old games. Any of them. I mean, if you go in and watch like all the clips from Night Trap, that's some cheesy 1980s, 1990s bullshit there. Or, shit, I can run down the Sega CD list, Ground Zero Texas, Sewer Shark, all that jazz. Those were horrible.
Hey, we're in the beer section of our podcast. You do not talk video games.
Wow.
Tapper. So there's this game, Tapper.
Yeah.
Tap her or tapper?
Yes.
Yeah, whichever one you want.
There you go.
So, Beer 30 is officially wrapped. It's in the books. We've got it in the can. We're going to cut it. Brew U, go.
Welcome to Brew University. There is more to beer than just drinking it, so we take a few moments to do some educating. So bust out that pen and paper and take some notes. Bottoms up.
It's all you, John. Everybody else go on mute.
Go ahead and add in some cricket chirps there. I was trying to segue for something. So yes, as we alluded to earlier, meads. The
more you eat,
in your flagon.
What?
Flagon of mead. I wish I had a flagon.
I'm not quite sure what a
God
flagon
damn you,
is.
Terry. Hold on, you go in and talk about your meads. I'm going to go grab my flagon.
I will. Okay, so a mead. The basic of a mead is just a honey beer or a honey-based fermented beverage. The honey replaces all of the grains that are typically used within a beer, and that is your fermentables. There are just your basic meads, which honey water hops, or honey water yeast. Don't need the hops. Hops aren't needed. Then you've got melomels, which are melomels. It's like a caramel, but it's a melomel. No, apparently not at all. Melomels actually have fruit or fruit juice added to the mead itself as it's fermenting. You have Sizers, which are apple meads or apple juice. You have Piment, which are grape-based meads. They're just it's a much longer process to make a mead than it is a standard beer. I mean, you've got at least a month that you have to wait in making a mead. You have to get everything fermented out, clarified. But when you make a proper mead, it is just fucking amazing.
What's an example of a mead? I think you said one earlier, but let's say another one.
I don't have a good example of a mead offhand because I have not had enough.
Is the what Ian drinks a lot of? That's not a mead, right? The Revolver.
No, the Blood and Honey.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Well, it said honey, and I was going with the honey factor, so that's
right. Now they add honey to the beer itself.
Okay.
But it is not the primary component of the beer, and that's why a mead is strictly honey based instead of utilizing grains. So you'll never find the big three making a mead because they can't use corn, they can't use rice to make a mead. It would be well outside of their cost.
Or high fructose corn syrup.
Oh,
yeah. I wouldn't put it past them.
No, I wouldn't put it past them either. It is a fermentable, unfortunately. But the closest thing that I have had to a mead, other than having somebody's actual homemade mead, which was made with raspberries, and holy shit, it was good. And it was high alcohol, too. I think we were talking 18, 19% ABV on that. It was a braggot. It was called Honeybee, and it was made by Sam Adams. Boston.
Honeybee, that makes me think of steam-powered giraffe.
Okay. What?
Really? Steam-powered giraffe. It's a group of musicians. It's like a vaudeville. These people paint, like, some of them paint themselves up as robots, and they seriously do the automatonic type of moving. And they have this one song called Honeybee. YouTube it when you get a chance afterwards. You know what? I get to link.
There you go. Jerry, add it to the end of the video too.
Quit creating work for him.
I'm not doing any editing.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's why I have the shirt.
So real quick, Jerry, if you're ever interested in trying a braggot like John had brought up, there is a local braggot that you can find at Craft and Growler and possibly some local bars around the area if they have it. But it's by Guadalupe Brewing Company down south, and it's called their Belgian-style Texas Honey Ale. Craft and Growler. It is definitely interesting. It's an acquired taste. I thought it was good. Give it a try if you ever want to give a chance to. I didn't really taste the honey though when I tasted it. It was more of a golden ale to me, personally.
Okay.
Yeah.
We need to make a trek out there sometime.
We need to go to Craft and Growler.
Well,
And then, we need to take the train, though.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it goes right in front of it.
Here's something interesting for you guys. So, the Taps and Caps, which is going up off of 121 in Josie, Black Friday.
No.
Oh, they're opening Black Friday?
They're opening Black Friday.
Fuck that noise.
What a great idea to do your Black Friday shopping and go drink.
He will have...
Drop all the men off while the women go shop. That is genius.
He will have 50 bottles, or he will have 50 kegs with digital pour and digital leveling.
Oh my
that he'll
God.
be tapping, along with digital menu boards.
Does he have a lid?
What do you mean by digital?
It's all being displayed. Computer run. In fact, I was helping him design the computer that's going to be running it all. He has a video card that's going to have 4 HDMI out support.
They actually have now, Jerry, growler fill stations that are computer, they're computer based, where you actually put the growler in a dispenser and it will actually suction it up, shoot it in there automatically and then seal it with the CO2 and everything.
My
High
mind
tech,
is
bro.
blown.
Hang on a second.
Yeah.
You know what this makes me think of is that scene from, what was it, the Fifth Element, where the guy was sitting at the bar and the robot turns over and, you want some more?
Mm-hmm.
Real quick. This is my flagon.
Ooh, that's pretty.
That's my flagon that I put my meat in. It's a
I
wooden
like
cup.
that.
Got it from Scarborough Fair years ago. It's a flagon. Yes, it's deep. Deep, what you say.
Why are you fisting your flagon?
I'm trying to show how deep it is. It's pretty big. It's pretty large. I got 2 stickers on there on the bottom, yeah.
Dear God.
I don't know what to say anymore.
The stickers are to show that you're 21.
Yeah.
Oh, so you got to be 21 to take this ride?
Oh, I'm talking about when you're at Scarborough Fair and you start with the drinking and you go and you buy the big cup. You get that big cup, it's like a $60, $50 cup, and they're like, "We give you a free fucking beer," so they give you a little token to take over. Got to have a sticker on the bottom of your fucking cup or somewhere on your suit. Now, when you're wearing a $700 fucking suit, you don't put the fucking sticker on your suit. You put it on the bottom of your fucking cup.
Fill it up. This is empty. Can't you see I'm tipping back?
And that's the thing, dude, is they would fill it up with one of these. And I mean, if you look, when I set this glass in there, it goes around fairly easily. That doesn't fill worth a shit.
That's fine.
You have to buy like 2 to fill the damn thing.
That's crazy.
And then when you get mead is like less. Mead was about I want to say it was about 6 fluid ounces when you would buy it there. So you had to buy like 4 of those to fill that fucker up.
Yeah. That's a badass glass, though, man. Well, let me take it back. Not glass. Cup. Mug.
Yeah, mug, flagon, whatever you want to call it, because it's made out of wood.
Yeah.
With a big old golden dragon on that motherfucker. Mm.
So, anything else on mead?
I would like to make one day. I haven't yet. The closest I've done is the Braggot. And I could probably make a mead just out of the prickly pears that I received from the Hill Country. I've got, maybe 5-ish pounds worth. So combine that with about 10 pounds of honey, water, and champagne yeast, and give me about 6 months, and we'll have a mead.
Interesting.
Where the hell do you get that much honey?
Oh, you can buy it in bulk from
Costco.
Where did I buy bulk? No, it was at Sprouts. I bought 5 pound jugs of it.
My God.
It was expensive. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, I was about to say that shit cannot be cheap for that large of an amount.
No, but it was good. It was worth it. But it was pricey. It was really pricey. Oh, and speaking of places that will be opening relatively soon, or at least other drinking establishments, the guys that are running Choice are actually opening a bar off of 121 in Lake Forest that will have 80 beers on tap.
Do what?
Yeah, not growler fill, but they'll have 80 unique on tap.
I drove by Hooters the other day, and they said they have 40 beers on tap.
I'd like to know how they define tap.
Oh my!
They probably do, but it's Bud Light, Bud Select, Bud or Michelob Ultra, Michelob Light.
I forgot Bud Ice.
I forgot Bud Ice. Yeah.
Bud Dry.
Yeah.
Dry. Oh man!
It's like dry heave.
Crystal Pepsi. Wasn't that
Another
thing?
I got Rar and Sons Texas Red Amber Lager.
Good stuff.
What does that got to do with it?
I just picked open another beer, and I'm letting you know what I'm drinking.
Sorry, I wasn't looking at the screen. I was.
And
I was looking at
give you
Hooters.
guys a heads up on this. So I did send my first trade worth of beers up to Wheaton, Illinois, as part of my mystery box trade. So it's good. It's completely valid. It was a little pricey to get. I think total cost was 20, maybe about 50, 60 bucks. That included shipping and everything else to get it up
Wait until you say it actually works, John, until you get your shipment.
Yeah, I am waiting my shipment, but I have seen the shipments that have gone out.
I know.
That have been received.
I'm not saying you got a bad person. I'm just saying. Wait till you
amazing California beer that's floating around. Somebody out of the group, and there's 100 of us that participated, but somebody out of the group got zombie dust.
Holy shit!
Yeah, because that's a shelf beer.
Oh god!
The fuck is shelf beer?
Yeah.
Zombie Dust is an incredible, supposedly one of the top 5 in the U.S. for IPAs.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like incredible, rare. It's up in Chicago area. I've heard amazing things about that beer. It's like the Pliny the Elder or Pliny the Younger.
Yeah.
The fuck are those?
Those are like the top 1 and 2.
Those are the
1 and number 2. Those are the rarest of the rare.
When I go to
unicorns of the beer, Ian.
They are the
unicorns of the beer, Ian.
When
I gotta grab it.
When my brother
like this one.
So when my brother
when I go to Chicago, when I go to California this coming summer, I'll bring back some Pliny.
My brother, when he Pliny the Elder, he actually did a whole spoof and he planted it in a field somewhere and had it underground, and he actually acted like he had dug it up from the ground and was like, "Looky what I found," and I'm like, "Fuck you." So yeah, it's supposedly that rare.
Like, and for those of you listening, there was air quotes.
Air quotes, yes, it was that rare.
Or sarcastic rabbits, depending on how you want to view it.
Exactly.
I always enjoyed him as short, pointy teeth.
Like doing the whole fucking thing.
Yes, I was actually doing the whole fucking thing right now.
I was too.
I know, exactly. I appreciate the joining.
He traveled forth to the castle.
Now you're gonna make me want to go back and watch that again.
That is the greatest movie. Have you ever done the? So if you go in the special features, they've got a section for the hard of hearing. Have you ever selected that in the special features?
No.
Oh my god, it's freaking awesome because if you select that, all of a sudden you just start getting play the greatest.
I think it should be a movie that we watch drunk.
Oh yeah, it's one of those ones that you gotta get drunk watching it. You
So
can't
when we miss.
Well, that's for video game playing only.
Yeah, and Ian can't come because I chose the wrong weekend.
You have chosen poorly.
No, it's because Scott's going to be out of town.
No,
we were supposed to all be out of town, actually.
So why don't we just shift it again?
Because Scott's already out of town still.
It's just Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Right? All right, carry on.
I can move it to February. I really don't. It doesn't really matter where we do it.
February's going to be rough for me. I'm going out of town Valentine's
This is
weekend.
video game and personal talk right now.
Yeah, right.
We segued into what are you up to again?
Yeah.
Well, it's the introduction of our the 21st episode because we were done with Brew U, and now we're going into discussions and news now, and insert transition here.
Thank you for tuning into the Super Barley Brothers. If you enjoyed what you heard in or saw, please let us know by subscribing, liking, rating, commenting, and or sharing. Check out our website for more content such as video podcasts, gameplay videos, written reviews, video reviews, news, and much more. Come find us on the interwebs on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Instagram, and YouTube. You can email the show at podcast@superbarleybros.com. You can capture our podcast several different ways: YouTube, RSS feed, iTunes, Zoom, TuneIn, Stitcher, TalkShoe, Podfeed.
Thanks for playing.